Have you ever tried the pole dancing workout? I'm Stef DiPietrantonio. We're going to show you how they're doing it and helping women in Tampa Bay this weekend. What?
From Tampa Bay's #1 news station, this is the Fox 13 5 o'clock news.
Well, as you know, a lot of fitness crazes, they come and go. Well, this weekend, some athletes will take part in one of the more unusual showcases around, and that's pole dancing. Fox 13 Stef DiPietrantonio is in St. Pete, where some of them are practicing, and this has gotten pretty popular, hasn't it?
Oh, Kristen, it's good stuff. You know, it's like, not the sexiest move, but it is hard work. Oh my gosh, just in the time we've been here, I'm already sore just from grabbing onto these things. It is really a workout. And take a look. You've got Rana, Candace, and Christy going through the motions here. You know, almost like circus-like movements. It takes an incredible amount of balance and core strength. And all this weekend, we got talented dancers coming from all over the U.S., as far away as California, to the Ritz in Ybor for Pole for a Purpose. It is a showcase like no other, and get this, there are 3 categories: solo, duet, and large group. We're going to show you what those look like, and Kristen and Mark, I'm going to show you what the gorgeous looks like. I'll do it live, coming up. It's not going to be pretty.
It won't be gorgeous.
All right, Steph, thanks. Need some heels like that, though.
Gotcha.
Well, what do you think of this? Saturday, they will be sharing skills, these dancers will, with other dancers, and not this one, from all over the country, in Pole for a Purpose. Yes, that was Steph.
Yes, that was Steph. You're doing pretty good. Hi, Steph. Go ahead.
Sexy cat. I have no idea what that is. But I tell you what, it's like any sport. You got your intermediate, your beginner, your advanced levels. Let me show you how hard it is with Candace. I'm so glad she's a registered nurse, because I think I've heard several things here today. But she was showing me earlier just how to put your elbow against your body, use your core, and try to hold your legs up off the ground, right? So here it goes. It is, I cannot tell you how hard that is. Watch her make it look like effortless. Without even blinking, legs off the air. I'm telling you guys, tough stuff. And all kinds of dancers, Rana, Christy, they're going to be doing their thing this weekend, showing off their best skills, all to help CASA. They're going to be at the Ritz in Ybor City. And Linda Osmondson, tell me about CASA, first of all. People are not familiar with what you guys do.
CASA, or Community Action Stops Abuse, is a domestic violence center. So we provide services to survivors of domestic violence and their children. Shelter is probably the most well-known of our services, but we do support groups in the community, we do legal advocacy, we do prevention work with the children, starting with preschoolers, elementary school, middle school. We have a visitation center. So we have a sort of a full level service, primarily for women and children. Sometimes we serve a few men.
You help women become stronger. You see some of the strength of the women behind us.
It's pretty cool.
You know, in some of the children's fitness tests, they ask you to hold on to a bar for 10 to 20 seconds.
Yep.
A lot of kids can't do what these women are doing, and it takes a lot of core strength.
A lot of us couldn't do what these women are doing. Most of us, in fact.
I've attempted and failed many times this afternoon, but it's for all skill levels, because it helps you build your core, your upper body,
right,
the back of your body. They're going to raise money for CASA. You guys are in need of all sorts of things, right?
Yes, we're in need of basic things like diapers and supplies for shampoo and supplies like that. We also need, of course, we pay our rent and pay for our insurance and all the staff, and so we have just lots of different needs for the women and the children every day. People always ask me, well, what do you need? Well, what would you need if you walked out of your house in the middle of the night in your pajamas? Pretty much everything.
Gotcha. Well, these women are going to show us how it's done. Yes, Kristen and Mark, I'm going to show you what the gorgeous is with the gorgeous Linda here.
Of course.
She's not going to try it with me, but it's a move. There's a move. There's a name for everything. Like Downward Dude, I think, would have been mine earlier, because I was down on the ground.
Do they have one called?
I'll let you know.
Do they have one called Crash and Burn for the rest of us?
Yeah, I think I did that one too. Yeah, I think I broke a spleen or something. I don't know.
Broke a
not
spleen.
Good.
All right, Steph, take care of yourself. We'll see you in a bit. Thanks.
See ya. Thank you.
Well, they are pole dancing for a purpose. It's a huge fundraiser in Ybor City this weekend, but right now in St. Pete, some women are practicing their moves and hoping to raise some big money for CASA.
And Steph has been practicing his moves as well. We're going to get back out to him to see what you've learned. Show us.
I've been stretching out, you guys, during the commercial break. And Kelly Gilbert, you know, for people who haven't seen this kind of dance up close, it's pretty spectacular.
It is. It's much more Cirque style or aerial arts.
Seriously, they're hanging upside down and spinning around. Not for everyone, because I know, Sarah Murray, this is your studio, and you founded Pole for a purpose. I know that there's a lot the Casa needs, so we hope people come out and support you guys.
Yes, this Saturday we're going to be at the Ritz Ybor, and tickets are starting at $30, so it's going to be an awesome show. Over 60 performers, and all the money that we raise goes to Casa, so come on out.
Awesome. And Pole for a Purpose, we're going to have a link for you later on myfoxtampabay.com. I want to show you Sarah's fiance here, Joe Mendez. Now, you think this is just for women? Watch Joe bust a move right here. This is really tough. How awesome is that? Totally using your core and really, so we talked about the gorgeous. I'm gonna have these gorgeous ladies show you what the move is. I will give it an attempt for you. Go ahead, ladies, let's see what it's like. Candace, make it work. Okay, it looks simple, right? They're just holding onto a pole and spinning around. By the way, I love that this pole spins. Total blast. Candace, I'm gonna give you my mic for a second. I'm gonna try it. They've been telling me how to do this. Holding on and
There you go. Nice. And he sticks the landing.
you like that?
You get a golf clap out of that. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
tell you what,
chiropractor's
though.
online too.
It is really, you know, just hanging on to this thing. That is really an upper body workout. I tell you what, it looks so effortless when these guys do it here. Wait to see what's going to be happening at the Ritz this weekend. Spectacular, and it helps raise money for Casa, so I think it's a great thing.
All right, Steph, you are brave. Well done. Thanks very much.
Hey, Paul, could you do that?
No. And I got to remind you, though, you got to be careful because you don't want to be pole dancing during a thunderstorm because it is a metal pole. So you got to be careful. Anyway, it's not recommended at all.